Brian, you are approaching your 20th year in business with East Main Media. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started?
So it's our 19th anniversary coming up, which is our 20th year of business, right? We're entering our 20th year. It's sort of amazing, you know, that I always look back and think about establishing the business right after 9/11, really with the mindset of, you know, that was such a horrifying time, and really that I had nothing to lose. What am I waiting for, right? And to think back to that time and how 5 years of being incorporated seemed like such a long time. Wow, I gotta make it to 5 years, because that's often that first milestone that businesses want to achieve. So, you know, I had a bunch of contacts, and I made a couple calls, and I sort of landed a couple jobs. I was working really as a DVD producer back then. So as they say, I hung my shingle up and had a public brand. It was NewYorkDVD at the time. And that was off and running. So, and then, wow, we made it to 5 years, and then suddenly 10, and suddenly 15, and now we're approaching 20, you know, our 20th anniversary being in 2021. And things have changed a lot, you know, both from staffing and the size of what we do, and technologies, you know, evolving from DVD to full post-production to really being a complete multi-tool of media, you know. And, you know, we've done a lot of good things, but if you look back at the beginning, I mean, we just started like anyone else, you know.
What could you say that you have learned over these 20 years about yourself, about media, about business?
The biggest one is this, you know, I've learned so much about what I didn't know, right? So it's one thing to say, okay, you know, I have to learn accounting, or I have to learn more about marketing. But there was a long list of things, still is a long list of things, that I just didn't realize that I didn't know I had to know that. You know, the path really was diversification in services, and then also growing the team. And so I had to delegate things. And so that's really a great connection, is I embraced staffing and relationships and partnerships that really solved all the things I didn't know. And so that path of learning about things I didn't know about, I didn't even know that I didn't know, you know, solving those problems as they've evolved, that's been a huge key to success for us.
Let's talk a little bit about the team that you have brought on. You work with a lot of great people who you have also taught and learned from. Can you tell us a little bit about the team?
When you welcome people and build a team, it has to be, as we say around here, or at least this is my philosophy, 1 + 1 is 3. You have to get a greater outcome out of bringing those resources together. And I hate referring to people as resources. They're people. You know, I'm a firm believer, I always have been, about everybody is a puzzle piece. Everyone has their unique shape, and it's how you put them together. And you know, I never hire by resume. It's always about the person. It's not square pegs and square holes. It's about the strengths of people, but also everybody has weaknesses, and supporting those weaknesses, understanding them, but also really leveraging and enhancing and nurturing the positives and the strengths. So I haven't talked about the team, right? So I mean, we've had a variety of people work with us here, but there's always really, in recent years, been a core group of people. 2 of them are in the room right now, right? But you know, there's 4 key people, and so you put all of these core people together, plus you know the other people who have contributed, like you know Rob Sirocco and JP Conk, you know, and tons of you, in fact, as well. You know, tons of other people who have been involved. It is 1 + 1 + 1 is 100. You know, so I'm super grateful for that.
We have a fireball question round. You can thank your producer for this. All right, you ready?
No, go ahead.
Okay. What's your favorite food?
Lobster rolls, oysters, and sushi will always kind of settle that.
What's your go-to drink?
A nice bottle of cognac is always appreciated.
What would you say your secret trait is?
I guess my music capability.
Favorite on-location shoot to date?
I mean, what immediately came to mind was Keith Urban and Randy Jackson, so Nashville and LA, with the great Andrew Lepley. Yeah.
And who's your favorite employee?
Oh, I have to name three, actually. My son, because he does a lot of high-end work around here. And of course, my wife, right, Sandy, who is an incredible writer and writes a lot for us. And then lastly, of course, is Quentin DeLong, right?
Brian, thank you for your time today. It's been really great to talk to you.
Stephanie, thank you for coming in, and I'm looking forward to what's next.
Me too.